But we should live in a society where you can say what you want to say. And it's not your fault if someone's offended by that. They just need to grow up.
There's been 13 complaints.
Yep.
Staff at the BBC are threatening to go on strike. And you may have to, punish me for this. But they may have to punish me for this because I really can't see what the problem is.
Yep, two things for this. The first thing is, if this is all true, then he's a stupid man for doing this while working at the BBC. And I know he's technically not working for the BBC, it's an independent production company, but BBC are buying the product. He works for the BBC. But we've got to a stage where we pick and choose who the victims are and who the offenders are, because you're not allowed to have a sense of humour now in case someone's offended. Now, I'm not saying what he said is funny. It might not have been funny, but we should live in a society where you can say what you want to say. And it's not your fault if someone's offended by that. They just need to grow up and they need to get over it. But in this country now, especially the BBC and places like that, it just takes one complaint and everybody jumps on it. So this has turned into a witch hunt now for him.
Yeah.
Some of the things he's been reported in saying are not very, a bit rude. But who am I to judge?
Yeah.
If we live in a society now where it's perfectly normal for two men to have anal sex.
I've not been watching that programme either.
No, but it is. It's also perfectly normal for the BBC for a mentally ill man who thinks the woman to go use the toilets and strip naked in front of other females, contestants in the changing rooms.
Yes.
So all those things are normal.
Yeah.
But if a white man, because that's what he is, a white man.
He is a white man.
If a white man cracks a joke that he thinks is funny, that's a little bit risque. Don't forget he's our age, so he brought up in a time where you'd tell risque jokes. Remember Hello Hello and comedy from the 70s. It was all double entendre and those sort of things. It takes one complaint and suddenly you've got 24 women all going, well, he said that to me. Well, if he did say that to you a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, why have you waited now to say it? If you were that offended, why did you wait?
Sykes, who was a model, she's quite nice looking, tall. Apparently, he said to her what the models eat, and she found that threatening and upsetting.
What the models eat?
Yes.